Hello my friends, as you can see, this time I'm showing you an old car magazine. It's called Auto, Motor und Sport, a pretty popular car magazine here in Germany. And this here is the number 18 from 1978. So it was released or published on 13th of August 1978, guys, and I've received this at a classic car meeting. So there was a guy who's also owning an Audi 80, and he was just giving it to me for free. And maybe you have also seen it a few times in my videos about my Audi when I was at different kind of classic car shows. But well, guys, I'm also showing it to you because so this channel here, I hope you can see it. The name is Garagem do Chico. This guy is also showing some of these old magazines, so you might also want to check out this channel. So there you will also see some cool magazines, even old magazines from Brazil. So this is also interesting because every market is a little bit different about cars. But well, now let's start the video here about this thing. So here's the title picture. So we have a subject, BMW Turbo with 400 horsepowers. Then something about the Volkswagen Passat. Oh, there's a new Aston Martin Lagonda. I'm thinking this was the ugly one. And here, Mercedes 450 SLC 5.0, first test, Alfasud Super and the Sprint. The Sprint was the coupe version of it. And here, Audi 80. That's why I have received it, because my car is, of course, also an Audi 80. And so this car came out in 1978, guys. But well, now let's go on. Some old advertisement about beer. So what do we have here? So here you can also see a picture about the Audi 80. There is the SLC, the Mercedes-Benz, and here, yeah, exactly, it is the ugly one. But well, now let's continue and see what we've got here. Okay, some information. This is a Volkswagen Derby, by the way, the saloon of the Volkswagen Polo, which actually has been an Audi 50, but Volkswagen just put it over to their brand. So, and here you can see Aston Martin Lagonda with futuristic technology. This is really interesting, guys. It's really looking very odd. I mean, if you can see it, it's just everything is here in squares and with lots of edges and everything. And it's really a long car. And here you can see it also has the pop-up headlamps. So what do we have here? Here's some information about Chrysler in Europe, because they were planning to sell it to Peugeot and Citroën. And here you can see the Chrysler Horizon. I can remember that this was also sold as Talbot Horizon later. Peugeot 604 and the Citroën GS. So what do we have here? So here there's something. They are telling you here that the production of the Opel Kadett C Aero, this was a Bauer Cabriolet, you can see it here, so you could remove the top here, and this here was a textile roof. So only 1,400 people were buying it. So what else do we have here? We have a this is about a die-cast model. That's interesting, guys. So this is a die-cast model of the Ferrari 275 GTV, guys. Beautiful. Oh, and look at this, guys. Ford Escort Mark II. Well, so back in those days we had lots of black and white pictures. Wondering because everything here is printed in blue. But well, it's kind of like that. So here's some information about some sport cars. So this is, what is this? Is this a radio? Maybe. Let's go on. Oh, Audi 100 with the 5-cylinder carburetor. So it's the 5S. Beautiful, guys. So let's go on. What is this? Männliche Lust. Aha. And here, oh, this is also a beautiful car. The Mercedes-Benz SLC. So it's the C107. The Roadster is way more popular, but I'm also liking this one. And here's also going my greeting to Martin, because he's also owning one of them. Maybe not the 5.0, but he's definitely also owning a SLC. And the SLC has here these 3 air vents here in the middle. Also really a beautiful thing. Oh, look at this, guys. This is the Ford Taunus, the TC2. My uncle Dieter, he also died some years ago. He also had one like these in yellow, but the 2-door version. This one was only built as a 2-door, 4-door saloon like this one here, and as an estate. There was also an estate over this one. And yeah, in United Kingdom, this car was sold as the Ford Cortina. That's also what the TC stands for, because back then when the TC1 was starting, it was pretty much the same car. The TC1 looked a little bit more different to the German counterpart, the Ford Taunus, but since the TC2 they looked exactly the same. And another commercial about beer. And here's some information about the engine of the Mercedes 450 SLC 5.0. 240 horsepower, guys. Wow. And it did cost 62,272 euros. Acceleration from 0 to 100 was 9.8 seconds. Not this fast in my opinion. I mean, for 240 horsepower, this is not very much. So what else do we have here? So what? Here's some information about the Pritchard technique. With this technology, you was using steam to drive your car, but as it's looking like this was not a success. So what's this? Oh, guys, I can't even remember that I've ever seen one like this. This is a Toyota Corolla liftback. This is also really amazing to see some of this old stuff. And here are Alfa Romeo Alfasud. So this here's the Sprint. You can also mistaken it with the GTV, but yeah, it's simply shorter, and it is based on this one here. So this is the Alfasud. So the small. This was a hatchback actually, 3-door or 4-door, 5-door I mean, and this was just the coupe version of it, Sprint. So I saw advertisement. This is the inside, Alfasud Super TI 1.5 and the Sprint 1.5. These Alphas, by the way, had boxer engines, so like the Volkswagen Beetle. It's also a beautiful car, but the most ones of these are, well, already dead, because they were actually already rusting when they were pretty new. Later with the facelift it was better, but the reputation of Alfa Romeo was just dead. But you can still find some of the good ones. So not all of them are bad, but yeah, sometimes it's happening like this. So here they are doing an advertisement about their new third sign. So Audi and Volkswagen together to be VAG. That's also interesting. So this was in 1978. Didn't know that. Nowadays it's no more a VAG, but also there are more companies now together with Volkswagen. Oh, and here you can see this is the big test about the Audi 80 from the title. So very nice. This one here had a 1.3 liter engine with carburetor, and this is the 1.6. But this one is with fuel injection. So my car is more looking like this because the carburetor thing has these air filters, while the injection is looking a little bit different. But mine is also on 1.6. Bridgestone tires. And here's some other stuff people love to to buy from Aral in this time. And here, so I can remember this because this is looking like at my car. This one doesn't have the speaker here on the left and the right side, of course. And I'm remembering the car from my dad that I've got as my first car. It had a single loudspeaker here in the middle of the dashboard. So they are telling you that we have lots of space here in the rear passenger bay. That's also true. It's really great. So, and they are saying the styling is yeah, pretty much like as the Audi 100 because of the third window here. And this thing here, the boot there, or the trunk, they are saying that well, it is short because of this short width, but it's going very deep into it. And I can remember back in the old days, my dad was buying a television screen, and back then the television screens have been really huge, and it was just going into it without any problem. Oh, advertisement about cigarettes. You don't get to see this anymore. Oh, here, beautiful. This is an Alfa Romeo Alfetta limousine. So the Alfetta, I'm thinking it was also sold as the TI in Brazil, but with a different rear end. I've seen that at one of the videos of Garagem do Chico. Yashica, I've never heard about this brand. So here's some motorsport here, Audi, BMW of course. The 3 Series, the first generation. And here they are telling you how you can drive efficient your car to save some gasoline. Shell is helping you guys. Oh, look at this engine here of the BMW 320 with 400 horsepower out of 1.4 liter. So I mean the engine size 1.4 liter. Just with a turbocharged up to 400 horsepower is amazing, guys. Stuyvesant, I haven't seen this brand for a long time. So another advertisement about cigarettes. Here they were searching for a salesman with 300 horsepower. It's interesting. So what is this? Penicillin or a bullet? No idea. Oh, let's see here. Alfa Romeo Giulietta. Oh, this was also a great looking car. And here the Ford Granada. There was a similar looking one in Australia called the Ford Falcon, but it was very different. They were looking quite the same, but technically these have been completely different cars also about the size, so just some parts were the same. And this here, guys, is the Fiat 131 Sport. This was also a very popular car that I can remember. Fiat. Autos, die Freude machen. Cars that are making you happy. With 115 horsepower. This must be also very good in that time. Here W123, the Mercedes-Benz 250. So they are also here doing some long-term tests, and they are just telling you what has been broken until then. So 71,000 kilometers. Wasn't very much that was actually going broken, so this is actually seeming to be a good, reliable car. The dual headlamps here, the round ones, they were also on the basic one. Later they got the other one, when it was just looking like to be a square headlight. It's actually also square, so 2 round headlamps in a square glass. And this guys was also a very popular car back in the times. Opel Rekord L2.0e. Also not the many problems there. And it seemed like also the costs to repair it weren't this expensive. Here you can see Grundig. So the old radios back in 1978, even in my car, in my Audi 80, it was also looking kind of like this. So this was just normal. We had these with these turning buttons there. So way different. 1978, guys. Yeah, I can also remember about this stuff. I also had once a CB walkie-talkie. And I'm remembering some guys had it on their cars as well. And here, guys, also interesting. This is a loudspeaker. We had them on the rear, behind the rear passenger seat. Was also very typical to see this. And what's this? A prototype of a 4-cylinder engine from Renault, which has been built since 1941. Oh, guys, take a look at this Opel Monza. This is so amazing. So what else do we have here? Renault 6. Haven't seen them for a long time. Renault 4 playing Seal. I've seen this one in last year at the Classics in Coffee, but don't ask me which one. Renault 5. Oh, this was also a very popular car back in the old days. And here Renault 4 Rodeo, the car for doing some other stuff, so you can remove the rooftop and everything. So just a fun car for the beach and so on. So this is a BMW R45 motorbike. This is also a motorbike that I can remember from the old days. So what else do we have here? I'm just at the middle and I'm almost at 18 minutes now. I have to speed up a little bit. I cannot remember about these well, what is it called? Well, when they are all stored like this. I haven't seen something like this for many years. So this was very usual back in the old times. So the car graveyard. There are still a few ones, but I haven't seen anything like this for a long time. So some advertisement. Here are spare parts. And this guy is here, Volkswagen Passat. This was already the facelift in Brazil. I have seen that they had the front end of the Audi 80, the first generation, but the only facelift, the facelift from when has it been? 1974, I'm thinking. So the Audi 80 Type 82 front end, and this was here the front end of the Volkswagen Passat from then. Oh, I can remember these tires. So this was also very common to see the Continental profile, and also I can remember this one, Michelin, and this one of course as well. My spare tire is also having a profile like this, but it's not the Michelin. It's just a renewed tire. Yeah, also interesting to see these old profiles from the tires. So here's an old Mini. I never know when the Mini is called an Austin Rover or whatever, because most likely it doesn't stand there. Maybe sometimes you can see it on the steering wheel. Oh, this is also beautiful. Mitsubishi Galant. They also have been very popular back in the old days. I can remember about that one. Oh, I cannot talk anymore, guys. And another advertisement about cigarettes. So here's some other stuff, some blah blah. Okay, now we have all the advertisement stuff. I can remember that the newer magazines of the Automotor and Sport has even more of these advertisements here. So when people they're just trying to sell their cars, with the phone number and everything. So here's some news about motorsport. This year was a Ford Capri. Here we have the BMW 3 Series first generation, Porsche. What else do we have? Oh, this is also amazing. I can also remember about this one. The Innocenti. This was also called here, as you can see, the Power Mini. So this was actually a Mini Cooper, but with a different body. So Innocenti was also building these Mini Coopers. They were just called Innocenti Mini, not Austin Mini or Rover Mini. So yeah, the Mini was also built in Italy, but this particular one with this body, this was only built in Italy. Haven't seen one in such a long time. Hopefully I will see it once again. So what else? So just some reports about sports. Ferrari 308 GTS. And here Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Already back then they had air condition, guys. And here's something about about rally stuff. Here Volkswagen Beetle Mexican. Well, because back then in 1978 you couldn't get them in Germany anymore, or at least not the German-made one. And here you can see these are these headlights of the W123 that I was talking. So the higher trim or with bigger engines, they had these, and the other ones, the standard ones, had the with the round headlamps, dual headlamps in it. And this is the 280 SE. So they were doing a test about what's better, S-Class or E-Class. So guys, and here, that's it. Camel filters. So guys, I hope that you liked this. And yeah. So see you next time, guys. And thank you for watching. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.